Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Night Team Call. I am Emily Gernaat, Emerald Ambassador, and I am joined with Natalie Schauer, and she is a Senior Ruby Ambassador and a dear friend of mine. And we are going to be talking about vision and road mapping and how the two coincide. And I'm excited to talk about it. It's something I'm super passionate about in my business, and it's something that has made all the difference for me and for my team as well. So first of all, what is vision? To me, vision is an overall big picture. It's asking the question, why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I here on this earth for? What is the purpose that God has for me? It's asking those questions and diving deep into it for yourself, for your team, the vision for your team, and helping people on your team develop that vision too. And I ask questions to myself and to my team that help bring out that type of an answer. What is fulfilling to you? What brings you joy? What kind of things do you love? What are you passionate about? Those are the types of things that will help you to develop a vision for your life. And God has a purpose for every single person on this call. Every person that is on this call and in the whole entire universe has a purpose. God put you on this earth for a purpose. And I will tell you, it's not to sell probiotics. That is not your purpose in life. However, God has given that to us as a vehicle to fulfill the purpose that He has for us. So in essence, God has given us a shovel to get to work to fulfill that purpose. And Plexus is the vehicle for that, for a lot of us. And that's what I get excited about, is God has a purpose for us, and we have the tools to make that purpose mean so much and to do something with it. So that's where I get excited. Vision is such a big deal to me because it's something that transformed my life into living for the day-to-day and just surviving through the day to, okay, I am on a mission now. I have things to do. I got places to go. I got people to meet because God has a purpose for my life. And when you can grab a hold of that, you've got power. There's power and clarity on your vision. So start writing those things down. What fulfills you? What brings you joy? What do you love doing? What are you passionate about? Ask those questions to yourself and really dig into it. And then ask the question, why am I passionate about that? Why does that mean so much to me? Why do I love doing that? Why does that bring me joy? And start getting down into the deeper levels of that so that you know what is your core motivation. What brings you that joy and that happiness? And that's going to help you develop that strong vision. And the reason why vision is so important is because you're going to come up against opposition. There's going to be tough days. There's going to be days when you get told no 7 times in a row. There's going to be days where somebody might have made fun of you. There's going to be days where you fight with your spouse over spending too much time on your own. And there's going to be days that are not fun doing this. But when you have a vision, when you have a purpose with this, you can overcome anything. It doesn't matter what you come up against. Nothing's going to stop you because you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, nothing will stop you and you will get there. And so that's why I spend a lot of time on that. I do a lot of coaching calls where I dig into that with people. What are you here on this earth for? I need to know. What brings you happiness and joy? What is fulfilling to you? We need to know those things so we know where we're going. If we know where we're going, nothing will stop us. And then it comes down to vision for your team too. This is something I dove into in the beginning of my business because I wanted a vision for what I wanted my team to look like. What kind of people did I want to have on my team? And so I wrote things down. I wrote things down like honesty, integrity, loyalty. I wrote down moral standards, loving God, loving people. And those are the things that were valuable to me to have on my team and valuable to me in other people. When I saw those things in other people, I knew that that was valuable. And so I want you to understand, this is a vision for you. This is a vision for your whole team and who you want to attract. And then it's developing that vision with other people and helping them do the same. When you have the vision for the people that you want on your team, you will be able to attract those kind of people. And it's not just the universe working for you. It's not the law of attraction that's going to bring these people in droves. This is how God designed our brains to work. When you have a vision for what you want and what you're looking for, your subconscious is going to find that in other people. So if you have an idea of what you're after, your subconscious is going to look for those people all around you. And those will be the people you reach out to. Those will be the people you connect with in the comments of posts that you see on Facebook. Those will be the people that you seek out in groups because you have an idea what you're looking for. If you're just adding everybody in the whole world and you have no vision for who you're wanting to do this business with and do life with, then anybody and everybody's going to join your team but not stick around because they're not part of the vision. So it's important to find that vision for your team and to know what you're looking for, because when you know what you're looking for and what you're after, you will get there. I'll look at my notes a little bit. And then when you find those people, you've got to help them see the vision for their life and develop that vision for their life. A lot of people don't ever think about this. They don't ever think that a big vision is even possible for them. So you've got to lean into that with them and start to help them dream. That's a big thing because a lot of people stop dreaming after childhood, really. You know, you have dreams as a kid. I'm going to grow up and be a firefighter. I'm going to grow up and be a doctor. And they dream about those things, but those dreams get faced with reality and with loss and with tough things in life and, you know, unexpected things. And people tend to stop dreaming, and you've got to re-inspire that in people. Help them dream of big things. Help them see what they're capable. And you do that by calling out the greatness in them. You've got to find those great qualities about people that you love, that you admire, that you appreciate, and you have to tell them. You can't just see those things and be excited about it yourself. You got to tell them, because most people do not hear those things. Most people have never heard that they're good at something, that they're vibrant, and that they are, you know, somebody that attracts people just because of who they are. So you've got to tell people that. If you see something about them that you love and admire, you're doing a disservice to them if you keep your mouth shut. You've got to tell them. And then ask them probing questions too. What brings you joy? What brings you fulfillment? What do you love spending time doing? If you can get those kind of answers from people, you're really onto something. That is when you have people that are all in. That is when you have people that are excited because they know where they're going and they know why they're here. And if they know why they're here, they're sticking around, okay? If they know the purpose that God has for them and that this is a tool for them to use to fulfill that purpose, then they are in it to win it. They're the people that are in the trenches with you that come up against opposition. When things get tough, they are tougher. They're going to stick around because they are here for a reason. And that is why we get on those coaching calls. We dig into these things. We ask those questions. And don't be afraid to go to that level with people. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's a tearful conversation because people have never even given themselves permission to talk about these things or to dream or to think that God has them here for a reason. So I just want to get through to you guys. Have the vision for yourself first. Have the vision for your team. Who do you want on your team? You got to get clear about that because you need to attract the people that you want to do life with. This is a business where we do life together. We're in it together. We're working together all the time. And you want to have people that are like-minded and have the vision that you have too. And then you have to help people develop that vision and do the same for other people. And that is how you empower people to set big goals. This isn't just they need to make $1,000 a month. This isn't little goals. This is, why are you on this earth? Why are you here? And what can we do to help you fulfill that purpose? And then how does that come together with road mapping? When you have a big vision, you have to know how to get there. It's not enough to just have the vision, because if you only have the vision and you don't take action, it's just a nice idea. It's just, that's great. I would love to get there someday. I would love to win the lottery someday too. But if I don't put in anything into action, I'm never going to get there. So mapping things out is the next step. This is where you put that vision into action and you make it a reality. So Natalie, I'm going to hand it over to you, because Natalie is the queen of action. This girl can take massive action. She's like, give me the steps, give me the tools. I'm going to go through it systematically and get it done. So I'll hand it over to you, girl.
Thanks, Em. I love what you were saying about, like, you have to put your goals into action. And even in my own journey with this, it was my action that actually, me just taking that little bit of action at the beginning is what even started some forward movement for me. So sometimes, taking that step in faith, you have to step first to see, what's on the other side of that. You can't know everything and then step into that. You have to actually be ready to take action ahead of time. So I love working with Emily specifically and like doing these types of calls, because our stories on how we got started are so very different. So Emily got started with a big business vision. And so she came into it ready to tackle the business. She had big vision for herself. Jamie and her had a lot of talks ahead of time about her why, what that looked like. So before she even got started, she already had a big vision, a big why, and was running towards it. I started, a lot of I started a lot slower. I was a product user and wanted nothing to do with the business. And, Emily consistently, would talk vision, little bits, little seeds of vision, little seeds of like, well, what could you add extra incentive this month, things like that. And it wasn't until I shared with a couple people and went silver that I actually started to see what this could be for me. I was a stay-at-home mom. And I have a certificate in ministry, worship ministry and leadership. So I don't know if any of y'all are in ministry. It doesn't pay a lot. So I kind of knew like my income, was, for me, was like, well, I'll never be somebody that has like a great income. I'll just be, my little side gig, my little worship side gig, next to my husband's income. And this really kind of opened up a new world for me, to where it was like, no, actually, I can provide for my family in a big way. And heaven forbid something would ever happen to my husband. I actually have some control over my life and control over what happens to me and my kids. And I actually have something that I can, I have a legacy I can leave behind, besides just like, well, I did a little side gig and raised my kids. Not that that's not a huge thing in its own, but I love that now I'm in control of my business and my legacy, my destiny, and how much I'm putting forth and how much I'm contributing financially to my family. So, and that's what I love about network marketing. It really is the ultimate equalizer, right? Anybody can do this as long as they're willing to do the steps. Anybody can do this, and anybody can cap wherever they're wanting to. If you're just looking for that extra $500 a month, great. If you're looking to make that like $500,000 income a year, great. It's the ultimate equalizer, and anybody can hit any level if they're willing to put in the work to do it. So I love what Emily was saying about vision, and you have to know where you're going. So it's like some of the things, if you guys are in book club on Thursday night, you're going to hear me repeat some of these things just because I tied in so well. You can't really take a trip to go somewhere unless you know what your ultimate destination is, right? So most people, yes, we do have our crazy road trip people that just get in the car and go. I get that. But for the most part, nobody just gets in the car and starts driving, right? We have a destination. We know where we're headed. We know what our ultimate end goal is. However, you can't just drive straight there. There's pit stops along the way. You got potty breaks, you got gas stations, all that stuff. So there's those stops along the way. And to me, that's what a rank up is. A rank ups are like those potty breaks, right? Like you got to stop somewhere and, you know, hit that next goal. Like, so, okay, next state, we're going to stop here, refuel, get a, you know, see what the construction looks like moving forward, whatever, and keep going. You don't sit there. You don't stay at that pit stop for a second, kind of recalibrate, see where you are, and move on from there. So that's what I love about rank ups. That's what I love about monthly goals. Monthly goals are so, so, so important. I was going to read this out of the book that we just read, Magic of Thinking Big. And I mean, he said, a goal is an objective and a purpose. A goal is more than a dream. It's a dream being acted upon. A goal is more than a hazy, oh, I wish I could. A goal is a clear, this is what I'm working towards. So if your goal is not backed by your action, it's just a wish. That's all it is. I hate to break it to you. It's just a big dream. That's all it will ever be. It has to be backed by your action. And so, like Emily said earlier, goals give me a clear picture of where I'm going. It kind of sets my brain into that autopilot mode, right? I love where he also says on, in this book here, he says, winning any objective requires a step-by-step method. It's clear we do not make one big jump to success. We get there one step at a time. An excellent plan is to set monthly quotas for accomplishment. So that's where road mapping comes in. That's where, I mean, whether you're looking at a rank up, you're looking at a point growth, it doesn't matter. You have to have a plan on where you're going and how you're going to get there. Road mapping is so, so, so important. So I'm giggling a little bit because y'all are going to have to bear with me. So everyone knows that David and I do this business together. Road mapping is like his lane. So I help with it and I know how we do it together, but this is mainly his lane. So I'm giggling at myself a little bit because I'm like, David, stay close by in case I miss a step so you can tell me. So, but I want to show you guys practically what we do to roadmap every month. Like Emily said, I am a very like tangible action step kind of girl. So for me, I wanted to give you guys some very tangible things to put into action. And it's only the 10th of August. If you've not put a roadmap together, there's still plenty of time to put one together. And I encourage you guys to have this done tomorrow if you haven't done it yet, because it's so important. And this is going to be your map to get you to that destination, to get you to that next rank up, which is going to ultimately get you to whatever your big goal is, whether it's diamond, double diamond, senior, it doesn't matter. Roadmaps are so important. So I'm going to screen share here, which this is the part I'm still trying to figure out too. So what we do each month, once we have, can you guys see my screen? You can see it, Em? Okay.
Yep.
So once we've got our, we closed out the month. And I think a lot of people, it's funny, I think we hit that like the end of the month and we're like, oh goodness, okay, we are, we're done. We're going to take a breather, take the first couple days of the month off. Guys, that is the wrong way to do this. The first day of the month, I would say, is probably our busiest because we are in the trenches of our back office, looking through all of this, checking to see where everyone's at. So I just wanted to show you this. So what I'll do is on the first day of the month, we'll go into our back office, go into our list of ambassadors, and then I'll make sure, so like we're in August now, I'll click July, and that will take me to last month so I can see where everybody ended. So here I am with my team, and I can see, you know, this person, and I click on team points. If you click on team points, it will sort it. I think it starts at 0, but if you click it again, it'll start it for your primary leg at the top. So this is where your points are at, or this, my primary leg here, this is where their points ended at the end of the month. So I know that they're a senior gold ambassador. They're going to be shooting for a ruby rank up this month. So I want to make sure, I want to write that down. This person is a gold ambassador. They're shooting for a senior gold rank, and so on. And what I'll do is I'll go through this whole entire thing and I'll see, okay, these are all my silvers. Hopefully some of them I know have 15 points, but that means they have 2 personally sponsored and then a level 2. So you got to watch out for that. But I'll go through here and see like, okay, we've got these people who are only 1 away from a silver rank up. So I want to make sure that I connect with them. I've got these people who have 1 person in. So I want to make sure that they know they just need 2 more people in their silver this month. It's really that easy. So I'm going to write down all of these people and make sure that I'm connecting with every single one of these people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the phone with each of these people. And I've written down kind of what I think they should shoot for this month. I know that I'm a big dreamer though. So I'm always shooting for a big, big goal. So for this person, I'm jumping on, I'm saying, okay, Ruby, or, you know, senior goal that we hit senior goal this month. I would love to hear kind of like how you think the month went. What did you think that your strengths were? What were your weaknesses? What do we need to change? Who do you have that's running underneath you? Who do you have that's excited about sharing? And just kind of work on that with them. And I'll do that all the way down through these people to kind of get a feel for where they're at. Once I have gotten on the phone with all those people, I'll kind of do what Emily talked about, and I'll just kind of talk vision, talk why, talk motivation, you know, why are we doing this? What's the ultimate goal for you? What's the end goal? I want to know how fast we're running. I want to know what we're working towards. I want to be able to help you any way possible to hit that next goal. Sorry, I'm a mom and my kids are jumping out of bed, if you guys can hear that. I want to do whatever I can to help you hit whatever that next goal is. And so I kind of know where they're going, but I want them to cast that vision for themselves. I don't want to give them that vision on their own. I want them to have it themselves, because then it's in their heart and in their minds, and they can run with it with a lot more confidence moving forward. So then what I'll do, if you guys can see this, this is what I will do for my roadmaps for my new people. So I have, these are totally just mock-up roadmaps. So Courtney here, she made silver last month. She got 4 people, so she has 20 points in, and she wants to run for senior silver. Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll help her put together what that looks like to go to senior silver. So if you develop 1 new silver, that's gonna get you 15 points right there. If you just maintain those 4 level 1 ambassadors, there's 20 points right there for you. And then we're keeping a running total right here at the same time with little notes next to it. So on what this means. So it's funny, I'm pointing with my finger, but you guys can't see, you guys can't see that. So yes, so for this person, for them to go silver, that means you need 1 ambassador to enroll 3 new people. Maintain 4 level 1 ambassadors, that's gonna get you 20 points. That's gonna bring it to 35. That just means to keep all your current ambassadors on. I can help you with that. We'll work on follow-ups and retention this month, and talk about retention. Retention is so key. And then, you know, you are still in your warm market. You still have a lot of people that are excited to hear about what you are doing. So I'm really confident that we can sign you up 6 new level 1s this month. That's gonna get you another 30 points. That'll end you with 65 points at the end of this month. That's 50 points as senior silver. So that's actually gonna hit you at senior silver plus a few to set you up for gold really well next month. Also this month, if you enroll 6, you're gonna earn 200 bucks. And then at the bottom of that, I'll just go through and I'll put in what that potential income looks like for them. So, you know, you're gonna get that senior silver bonus, which is 150. You'll have, and this is a minimums, of course, 26 $20 business builder bonuses, so that's 120. If you get that silver, then you're gonna make $5 on 3 level 2 business builder bonuses. That's another $15. About $3 or so times 65 pay points. So that's $195. Enroll 6 for the August incentive, that's an additional $200. And then, you know, you're on track to go fast start. So we're gonna double your senior silver. You're gonna look at about $830 you're gonna make this month. This is real income, and this is your 2nd month in. This is not I'm gonna make $15 my 1st month, and I'm gonna make $18 my 2nd month, and slowly crawl up. This is real income right off the bat. So I wanna show Courtney this, and I wanna show her what this looks like. However, I know that Courtney has a pretty decent market. So I wanna show her, oops, not this one. I want to show her what it might look like for her to go gold. So, you know, you have Julia, who is really excited about her product. She's already talked about sharing. She could go, you know, we'll get her to enroll 3 ambassadors this month. You have Linda, who is super excited. She is already set up to run an event. And she has a friend who's excited about sharing too. I think we could get Linda to senior silver this month. So that's another 50 points for you. That's going to bring it to 65. And then, you know, let's just maintain 3 of our active level 1s, and then enroll 6 new ambassadors, because we're still in your warm market. So Courtney, that means you're going to get the senior silver bonus, the gold bonus, we're upping all of these numbers. And then enroll 6 for August incentive. Plus you're going to go fast start senior silver and fast start gold. You're looking at like $1,500 this month that you're going to make going from silver to gold. And I think this is extremely doable. And I say we get on the phone with Linda today and on the phone with Julia and see where they're at and see how excited they are about this opportunity. And we can make the same type of, layout for them and show them what this looks like. And guys, this gets people excited. And right now, with Leaders Retreat going on, you break down those Leaders Retreat credits as well and show them like, hey, this is going to end you with 680 credits or whatever it is. 800, I think is what it is, takes you to Phoenix in January. This is ridiculous. Like you're going to Phoenix pretty much next month. So that's another thing that you can put down in here. Break down those credits and see what that looks like for them. And anything you want to add on before I go on to this other one?
No, that's really, really good. I love how you make it so clear and so doable, because when people see how it can work out, how you can get to gold, senior silver, all those things, and it's like, whoa, this is actually something I can do. So I love that you break it down that way.
Yes, and that's the point, is to show how doable this business really is. This is not you pulling the cart by yourself. This is you getting a few other horses to jump on and pull with you. It's not just you doing the whole thing on your own. So here's a little bit bigger one. So I have Joan, who is a gold, and she ended with 105 points last month. I was giggling at this because David whipped this up for me, and he's like, Joan of Arc and Amelia Earhart and Cleopatra. I was like, okay. So that's who we have working on our team this month right now. So hit gold. She was 105 points, when she ended the month. And so we're going for a senior gold this month, which is 250 points. So you have Amelia, who we're going to shoot to get her to 150 points to gold, whatever maybe Amelia has 80 points in. Well, we don't want her to just hit gold. We want her to hit gold plus. We need more than that because we want to set her up well for senior gold next month. So, she has 50 points, sorry. So she has 50 points. We just need to get her 100 points, but she has a few people underneath her who are excited about sharing. So let's get on the phone with Amelia and talk to her about that. Cleopatra, we want to get her to 30 points. She has 15 right now. We just want her to enroll her 3 for this month for the August incentive. And Cleopatra's the queen, so she can absolutely do that. And then you're going to develop 1 more silver out of your people. That's an additional 15 points for you. And then I just need you to maintain your 8 ambassadors. Of course, maintaining as many as possible is key, but maintain your 8 ambassadors. That's going to get you to 235 points. And then enroll your 6. That's 265 points. And then I do the same thing. I've broken it all down for Joan. And Joan's looking at 1860. And this is with a fast start senior gold. But that's not even double ranking. That's just her going gold to senior gold and showing her how doable that is. And you're going to make almost $2,000 this month. And this is the minimum. I mean, this is just, you might develop 2 silvers. You might, enroll 9 people. I mean, shoot bigger than this. So, go ahead and stop that. So that's what I love about road mapping, is that it makes it very easy and lays it out really nicely so that people can see what's obtainable and what's actually doable for this month. And then I'm sending these off to my ambassadors so that they have them, they can reference them at all times. And then I'm keeping track of the roadmaps as well. And like, hey, Joan, have we checked in with Amelia? Like, where is she at? Get on the phone with her. Let's do a 3-way coaching call. Let's talk vision. Let's talk motivation and just kind of see where she's at. So once I have everyone's buy-in, I mean, for lack of better words, once I know where they're going and once I know what they're set up to do and what they're excited about, I ask them these questions, okay, so if I gave you a few things to do every day that were non-negotiables, would you be willing to do them? And these things are, Jamie just talked about these on the Pink Power call. These things are, getting on these team calls and doing book club on Thursday nights, doing IPA, and make sure that you're recording it in the IPA chat. things like that. Like, are those, and make sure you're checking in with me every work day. Like, I'm here to help you move forward, but I can't help you move forward unless I know where you're at, what you're doing, how you're thinking, you know, whatever. I want to help you move to that next spot. So make sure we're checking in with ambassadors very often, extremely often. Make sure following up is happening, and just, you know, write down like 4 or 5 non-negotiables that are easy for them to remember to do every single day, and keep them accountable to those goals. You know, let them know, like, we're going to be an accountability system together. So let's work on our goals together. And then once I've established what everyone else is working towards, now I can look at my own roadmap and see what that looks like for me. So now I know that Joan is going for senior gold. So that's 250 points right there. And I know that Courtney's going for gold. So that's another 100 points right there. So there's 350 points that, you know, assuming that people are running for those ranks, which I'm going to help them every step of the way to make sure that they're there and helping keep them accountable. As long as these people, once these people establish their goals, and if they hit them, this is where I'm going to sit at the end of the month. And now I know what's ahead of me and what I need to do. So, okay, looking at this, I'm a little short of what I hoped to be. So I know that I need to find, you know, 4 new shares this month to help go silver. That's going to help me. I know that I need, you know, to enroll that 6 new ambassadors, and I'm going to be working hard on my own level 1s and my own business development on top of it, because we constantly want new shares. You don't just want to depend on your 4 or 5 people to constantly be ranking you up, because it is so true. The same people that get you to silver are not the people that are going to get you to gold, are not the people that are going to get you to ruby, and so on. So make sure that you're constantly developing new level 1s. Make sure that you're constantly showing them how easy really that this business really is, and how the income is there. It's sitting on the table. You just got to go for it. And I've always said, do not do your people a disservice by not telling them about those fast start bonuses. I don't care if they say, I'm going to tell you right now, I had a girl that just started last week, and she said, okay, but I'm not selling, I'm not doing anything with it. I said, okay, that's totally fine. I just want you to know that there are bonuses. You know, it's a $400 referral bonus if you do get 3 people that want to join you. Okay, thanks. Just sign me up. Signed her up. And later that day, not kidding, an hour later, we had somebody that reached out to us and said, hey, so-and-so told me about, you know, this new stuff that they ordered and said to reach out to you and you could help me out. They started sharing because I told them about those referral bonuses and they needed that money. So especially to help them pay for their products. And when you tell them how easy it is, it's just 3 people and it's $400. That is so doable, and people start to see that, like, what is possible in this business and what they're capable of. And a lot of action starts right there. So yeah, I mean, road mapping is huge. We love road mapping. It is a lot of work, but this is what we're doing on the first day of every single month. A lot of times bleeding into the second day, depending on how many shares we have and how many coaching calls we're doing and stuff. But this is so important. This is what's going to drive your business. Anything you want to add, Em?
That's awesome. I do the same exact things, and I get excited about road mapping with people because looking at those possibilities is exciting. It's exciting to dream with them and exciting to see how their dream can become a reality by taking these steps, by putting these things into action and helping these people move up and all of that. It's exciting to see that come to life for people and to help them dream. And I did want to add, oops, where did I go? I did want to add too, that if you want to get your shares taking action on their own, where you're not having to beg them to do IPA, beg them to post, hold their hand through every teeny tiny little thing, then that is where the vision comes into play. If you know where they're going and they know where they're going and they're excited to get there and they have a vision long term, long past this month, then they're going to take those actions, because every decision that they make is going to filter through that vision. Does this serve my vision for my life and for the purpose that God has for me, or doesn't it? Am I going to go for a run or eat the bag of Doritos? Does it serve my vision for my life and for the purpose that God has for me? And that is how you get people who are all in, and they're willing to take action on those things that you show them through their roadmap and what to do. These are the non-negotiables. And they're going to understand that that's not negotiable because they know where they're going. So get that out of people. Help them dream, help them create that vision, and then give them the action steps and show them what's possible this month, next month, in 2 years, in 5 years. And, that's how you get to where you're going. That's how you get people where they want to go.
Yeah. Love it. Awesome.
Got anything to add, girl?
No, like I said, same thing. I love road mapping. I think it's so important for your business. And what's really exciting is when you have, business builders underneath you who start, the first of the month, you go to talk to them and they're like, oh, I already built my roadmap for me and my team. And then, they've duplicated that down to where now they're doing the same thing for their team as well. And that's like such a cool feeling because you just watch your people like step up into their leadership roles and really take ownership over their business. And I think that's kind of the turning point. You're like, okay, all right, you've got this, and talk about that roadmap and move forward. So I think that's vision casting never stops though. I mean, sometimes I still, when I'm having discouraging days, Emily has to be like, but why are we doing this? What's our end goal here? And I'm like, oh, okay, I need to get that business for my family or whatever my why is, and we talk that through. Vision casting never ends. So keep that in mind as well. It's every month we're going through whys, we're going through vision, we're going through goals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, you guys, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up. Thank you everybody for getting on. And this is a shameless plug, but if you did not watch the Pink Power Team call with Jamie Haskin tonight, go watch it. It was phenomenal and it has me so fired up. So
yes.
Thank you, Jamie, for everything you did on that call too.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night, ladies.